like in the 80s.
Yes.
So my dad has a chance to speak to him to say, listen, I have my son, my last son, he loves football so much, he has a passion. Everybody tells me in the street he's looking good. Blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Can I have an opportunity to go to play? So the guy told my dad, say, yeah, no problem. I believe they training the young kids because the age you training every weekend because it's school times.
Okay.
At least you're in the competitive team, you know. So you have to be in the Saturday. So I went on trial with my mom. My mom took me to there, and it was quite funny because nobody asking for anything. I saw a long queue of kids like me, myself, you know.
Yes.
Everybody in the queue waiting for to get the kid for training. So I've been in the queue. The kid man give me my kid and you get change. I said you have to go there in the pitch and waiting for the coaches. So that happened. Having my first trial game and we play, 11-11 and the coach just pulled me and said you have to come back next Saturday. So
and that was you in?
That's me. So 3 weeks after, the guy asking to my parents for all my details because they want to sign me.
Was there any background in your family, Nobby, footballing background? Did Dad play at any sort of level at all?
No, not really. He was in the Navy, like football, but he played for the Navy football.
Right.
He said, but not really. I got my second brother, was the oldest one. He make a professional, but only play short time in professional, only 1 year. He was a little bit crazy. So, so he doesn't like to be too disciplined, too professional. So he was very good, kick with the left foot, with the right foot. I remember he used to take me, when they play in the non-league, he used to take me with him to look him, to see him playing.
Yes.
He was amazing talent, but he was like my dad said all the time to me, your brother was crazy.
Did he follow your career?
Yeah,
or?
yeah, well, of course, after that, yes, my
Yeah.
brother, of course, he was very pleased what happened.
I mean, your first contract, 17, was with Sporting Crystal, your first pro contract.
Yes, my professional contract. I had a debut when I was 17. What happened, I was playing for Peru when I moved to Alianza Lima, this club, and I was 11 years old. My first national team was under 17s.
Ah, right.
So I was called
Really?
under 17s, was my first national team in Peru. I was only 15 years old. We have to prepare 2 years earlier before the competition in South America. So that was my first call, and then the second call was under 20. So I've been in under 20, and after the full team. But in between the under 17, when I moved under 20, I got the opportunity to move from Alianza Lima to Sporting Cristal. Because I was free agent in that time. So Sporting Cristal gave me the opportunity to sign me as a professional player. So I have my debut when I was 17, play for them, and after carry on my career with this club, I won the league 3 times in a row with them.
I was going to say 94, 95, and 96, and the Cup in 97.
Yes, that was called Copa Libertadores. It's like a Champions League.
Oh, really?
Right. So it was like I'm saying. I was so pleased, really, really happy to what happened to me in my career. But when you're young, already I was ahead to everything. I remember I used to play when I was 12 years old, 13 years old in my state where I used to live, play with friends. They're already 3 years older than me.
Yeah.
They was very bad players. That's why I couldn't manage to deal with them, to play with them.
Yes.
How young I was, very skinny, little. So I was available to that. So I was feeling so much confidence in myself to go through.
What position were you playing? Wing in those days, or
I'm starting.
midfield?
Don't laugh, guys, but I'm starting centre half.
Well, obviously, because he's built like Dan Burn. Let's be fair. I mean, he's a winger for Dan Burn, isn't he? I mean, you can tell why you played centre half.
It's crazy because when I go on trial,
Was everybody small, like so?
That's Peru, my friend. No England.
Yes.
I was taller.
Yeah.
A little bit taller.
Just a long studs.
Exactly. So when the coach asking to me, what you want to play? I'm saying back in the year, you say I play a winger, I play a striker, right in the right or anywhere. When the manager ended the day, he put me in bloody centre back. I don't know why. But
and when you were playing on the wing first, I never saw you run bloody back to defend too much.
Exactly.
Nobby,
I was quite lazy. I say finally to attack, not to defend.
But you eventually played right back a few times.
But you know, it's strange what happened to me, because when Kenny Dalglish signed him, I was playing for Boca Juniors in Argentina. I was right back. So
really?
of course, okay, Kenny saw me probably alive. He said, you know, no chance to play here. Back in the year when everything is long ball.
Sure,
you know,
yeah, no good for you.
No chance for me.
No chance.
But well, that's why Kenny pushed me a little bit and playing in the right wing, forward straight away, and I was quite pretty lucky to be a little bit successful in that position.
You were mentioning Boca Juniors, 1997, went to them. I mean, they're such a world-famous club. I mean, everybody here knows all about Boca Juniors. Argentina, you're Peruvian. How did that transfer come about? How did you end up going to Boca Juniors?
Well, to be honest, back in the years, it's really strange to know about English football, to be honest, because in 97, 98, when I moved up, a little bit start to become very popular and famous, the Premier League. Start to show the games, because normally it used to be a Spanish league, Italian league, Portuguese league, but never was English league. But year or 2 years earlier, when Tino Spria start they start to play for Newcastle and a lot of South Americans, so they start to become a little bit popular. So it was quite interesting. So my agent told me, listen, it's an opportunity maybe to go to England. I don't mind. It's no problem. Play football, I would love to.
Of course.
Because, to be honest, back in the years, English football is being in association with Liverpool. My brother, he has my older brothers all the time talking about Liverpool, talking about the 80s, 70s, around that. But it's a little bit strangely to go. But I said to my agent, listen, I want to be in Europe, I want to play football. So when they have the opportunity come along, so I said to my agent, okay, I'm going, no problem. I saw Tino Spria play for this club, doing fantastic. Why not? It's football. I love football.
Yes.
But to be honest, I never knew it was going on around here, but soon I arrived here, the best decision happened in my life.
Excellent. Boca Juniors, Maradona obviously is always the name everybody thinks of, and we thoroughly adored since he did the hand of God goal against England. We thought, what a lovely little man he is. But
you're too polite, cheeky bastard. Too polite. It's strange happening in football, no? Football is about that, guys. You living in, honestly, with all my respect, half Peruvian, half Geordie after a long time around here, or English.
Yes.
You're good things. I mean, we appreciate the life, how honest you are, in general, 100% very honest. South America, you try to survive, so you have to be a little bit cheeky.
Yes.
So football is about to bluff, It's everything is about try to be clever, things like that. That's why I know how much you're affecting with Maradona.
Yes,
so good.
Mind, I mean, I tell the truth about Sunderland. I say they're crap. I mean, I'm honest about some things. Like, Sunderland are very honest about.
Go on, Gibbo, lad. Get up there.
Yes, Maradona. By the way, everybody talks about the hand of God in this country. But what a second goal he scored. I mean, whatever happened with the hand of God, he went through the whole of the team. I mean, Peter Reid tried to catch him coming back to the halfway line after scoring the goal, and he couldn't get near him. I mean, he was a super talent.
You know what happened with him is the players now you can see in this new generation of football, things like that. Maradona back in the year had a speed. He wasn't a slow player. When he changes, that's the reason you can even see English players or European players try to catch him.
Oh, he's quick.
So he was quite quick. He was, has a power, his legs, his strength, It's very pretty, look like Kun Agüero, Agüero from Manchester City, pretty similar like this.
Yes.
So Diego, how small was, but he has the strength and the ability at the same time.
I mean, if you look at some of the stuff on YouTube from Napoli, when he was playing there. I mean, it was sensational.
That's why it's a shame because people compare him, Messi all the time.
Yes.
Messi, I will say with all respect, Messi is a wonderful player in the last generation for all this last generation. But Messi deal with all the perfect football for him. Great fields, good pitch to play football.
Oh yes.
The tackles, Maradona has to be tackling here. It's not even yellow card. You say, come on, behave.
Yes.
So Messi is in the perfect life of football. You know, he always play around great players.
Yes.
To make him be the good. But Diego has to take everything his back. Even in the 86 in the World Cup, you see around players around him with all respect, average players. But Diego was the guy. I was the opportunity. I was very proud, very lucky to play with him.
Oh.
But didn't catch him in the best generation of him. You know, I mean.
No, it was right at the end of his career.
Correct. But a wonderful guy. He's like the way he talked to you. He's positive all the time. He's a god in Argentina. You know.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And throughout the world, he's held in a huge esteem. Tell us about the first day you went training and you met Maradona for the first time.
Well, it was, I say, a day I never was so exciting or desperate to see somebody, you know. And because what happened is when Boca Junior signed in, I was in the Peruvian team playing. We reached to play the final, like Copa Libertadores, called here Champions League, Copa Libertadores with my Peruvian team. So we play Brazilian team, so I had to be with them until the last game of the season before you went. So the season in Argentina started 2 weeks before I arrived over there after the final. So just joined 3 days before the start of the season. So my first day in training ground, you know, we used to train in the stadium where we played La Bombonera.
Ah, right, yes.
We used to train there before the matches. The coach liked to go 2 days before the matches training there. So I was just, you know, like a little boy waiting for the toy or present for Christmas.
Yes.
You know, that's what time he arrived. He never arrived. We supposed to.
Where is he?
8 o'clock. Where is he? Like you said, he's never arrived. So desperately want to just say, I'm so happy to give you shake the hands, and that's it to me. He was unbelievable. You know, he arrived late. You know,
as superstar can do.
So yes, come around. You know, we were sitting in the dress room before we go out to training, and he always kissing. In Argentina, people kissing in the shade, you know, like Italians.
Yeah.
So he was to me like wow. In my young boy, Messi come around to you, talking, was best day happened in my life, you know. And after that, I was so motivated to training. All the time I got the ball, I pass it to him. He passed me back. So it was the best day in my life.
He called you Little Master, didn't he?
Yes, we have the debut. After 2 days later, we play against Argentina Juniors. He scored through penalty, and we have to do press conference after the match. So it was, to me, the best moment of my life. He gave the best compliments. He speech about myself. So good, put me here, you know, called me Little Master. So
didn't Messi know you by that name afterwards? You met him in an airport, and he.
Yeah, I was another lucky day when when Messi started going into national team Argentina, traveling. I don't know. Normally, I used to travel from Newcastle to Amsterdam, Lima, for 14 hours flight. So I don't know what happened is. Then couldn't arrange to me to go for Amsterdam. I had to go to Madrid.
All right.
So I went to Madrid airport, and I was walking, and the small guy is walking around the side before we became huge.
Yes.
And he called me, "Hey, Little Master, how are you?"
Oh.
I was shocked.
And
It was Messi, guys.
It was Messi.
Fucking get up
He was 18 years old.
I tell you what, that's not bad if you've got Messi and Maradona calling your names like that. You know when you said your older brother might have been a footballer, but he was a little bit crazy. Well, Maradona was a little bit crazy, wasn't he?
Not a little bit, too crazy.
Too crazy, yeah.
God bless him. He was a wonderful guy. Shame for him to still know anymore.
But I mean, people wouldn't realise the amount of pressure there's on somebody like that. I mean,
I will say it's hard to judge people, you know. Ego illness problem, we know about that.
Of course.
That's when you go crash in this situation. It's difficult to get away from that. He fight, but he never get away from that. That's we see the best example. Messi, a professional player, he's family man, dedicated 100%.
Yes,
home, you know,
totally different.
helping a lot. And Diego, he always try to help everyone, try to be as a normal people. He couldn't handle this situation, and unfortunately.
But yeah, he knew about drugs, sex, and rock and roll. I think, didn't he? I knew about a couple of those.
That's
anyway.
another level.
Tell me the story. Can you remember the story when he was in the
Hotel.
In the hotel? Yes, absolutely.
No. What happened? Diego is he was.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Was your team there?
Yeah, we normally what happened back in the year we used to go to the hotel day before the match. So always the club make a rules to say, guys, you go to the hotel, we want to pay for your food, everything like that. Anything extra, if you want to order, it will be in your bill. Nobody allowed to order any extra. So what happened is we've been in the hotel, and after the day we have to leave the hotel, check out, everybody had to report everything, you know, and after. So what happened is we have the match and we was walking, everybody walking just into the bus, because we was check out, no problem. And the girl from reception started to shout, "Hey, Mr. Maradona, shout." And Diego just walking and face, "Sorry, excuse me, you need to pay your bill." And Diego just told me that. "What are you talking about?" "No, the club say what? You have to pay extra because they know." "Listen, tell the club today what time is. We play in 2 hours. It will be 70,000 people. It's because me. So put in the club bill, please." And the girl went red face. We all feel very sorry.
I remember Chris Wood doing that the Holiday Inn, didn't he? It was for me today. Newcastle pay the bill. Yeah, sure. I mean, you were saying England. You told the agent, and because first you went from Peru to Argentina, and then you come to Newcastle. And how did that come about? Was the agent working behind the scenes looking to make England a target for you to come and play in England, and it just happened to be Newcastle United? Or?
Well, the first rumor he said to me, "Nobby, we probably opportunity to move to Arsenal."
Arsenal, yes.
Yeah, and after, I'm ready to want to move to England, to Europe to play football. So a week later he said, "No, listen, it's about Newcastle." "Yeah, why not? Don't mind. I want to play in Europe." So the reason is because Kenny Dalglish back in the years used to working with one of the scouts was Tony Henry.
Oh yes.
Tony Henry.
Yes.
Tony Henry knew one of my agents involved in this situation.
Right.
So that's the reason Kenny knew it.
To come in for you.
Exactly. So yes, I moved to here, and it was really tough in the beginning because it's hard to not speak the language. It's hard to understand.
Sure.
Kenny Dalglish, Terry Mack.
Oh.
All of us.
I didn't understand it. Like you, I mean,
You know, the only one understand to Kenny Dalglish asking me for about Teófilo Cubillas.
Yeah.
And I said, Cubillas. Yes.
And that was it.
That's it.
But it was said that there was a £3.75 million deal done with Arsenal. It was suggested before you come to Newcastle. But it just fell through, did it? As far as you know,
I don't know exactly what happened. You know, I would like it to always be in my head to ask him to answer Wenger what's going on there.
Because it was Wenger.
Well, it was Wenger.
Yes.
I don't know. My agent just told me, "Listen, it's not anymore Arsenal. Okay, go to Newcastle." Yes, it was.
Well, that was a lucky escape for you, because you come to God's own country. You could have been down in the smoke, like it turned out terrific for you.
No, it was. I always say that's the reason, sometimes I'm still up here because the passion of football. I never realized in this city how much people love football.
Yes.
It's really strange. Your city so quiet during in the week. Really quiet. Don't see people around. Of course, the weather doesn't help. But
you must have loved the weather.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the strange thing when you go into the town.
Yes.
Midweek, Monday, Tuesday, what's going on here?
Yes.
Wow, so lively. Party, nightclubs,
Yeah.
open on the Tuesday and the Mondays or Wednesday. It was a little bit strange and different, but just going in the weekend to the matches, it was amazing. Where is it? People came from?
Yeah. So I mean,
around the stadium, people in the pubs, before going to the matches, it was that's football.
well, I mean, the first time you played for us, Nobby, it was the reserves.
Yes.
And you thought it would be one of the training grounds, and it was at St.
I
James's.
know, I was shocking. I was because somebody picked me up from I remember one of the players.
Right.
I was living in the hotel back, when I arrived in here, my first move.
In the city.
Yeah, the Mario Hotel here in Boston.
Oh, right. Yes.
So I had to stay there, and the guy picked me up. One of the boys was in the team. We were gonna play we're gonna play tonight as a match. You have to play. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
You pick me up. So, but I was thinking, in the training ground, there's no lights in there. So
How are we going to play?
Exactly how we want to play there. He started to take me, when I take me, I see the stadium around, say, wow. I thought we want to pick it up, the kit or the clothes from the stadium to go somewhere else.
Sure.
It was big surprise for me. I only found out after months later, the people arranged for me to play there.
They did that for
Really,
you?
I couldn't believe it.
And the kickoff was delayed, wasn't it?
A little bit, it was raining there, I can't understand, but I cannot believe how they arranged to me to just play in the reserve team, to people come to watch.
How difficult? Did you have an interpreter when you first came? And how did you?
It was very funny that day because the lady, the girl, it's called Glynis, I remember. She ended to be my teacher, English teacher.
Right.
Where we were sitting together, first time I met her. So press conference there, all the guys, the journalists talking, asking the question. First question, just looking to her, she started speaking to me in Italian.
Italian?
In Italian. So,
you didn't understand Italian?
5 minutes, finish.
That was the press conference over.
She cannot understand Spanish, I can understand Italian. Yes, it's true. 5 minutes.
Only Newcastle could get an Italian interpreter for somebody who speaks Spanish, isn't it?
The girl started talking blah, blah, blah.
You're saying, what the hell? You're saying I can't understand that? Never mind you.
It was very funny. Only 5 minutes press conference.
How did it work with you? I'm just thinking out of interest because now there's foreign players, the Premier League's knee deep in them. But it was a slightly different then. How difficult was it for you in team talks or in, when they're doing tactics or, I mean, that must all say at half time if Kenny Dalglish comes in and wants to change something. Christ, I couldn't understand Kenny Dalglish. So how on earth you managed it?
I always say football is universal. It doesn't matter whatever the guy. Of course, it's nice to in a way when sometimes the frustration play. That's happened when I arrived in here. Kenny signing me, and after 4 weeks later, 3 weeks later, I get sacked.
Yes.
And Rod Gully arrives, so you're in the middle of don't know what to do. Because somebody signed him because they saw me. Rod Gully.
He didn't get the sack because he signed you, though, was it? Nobby did.
I hope so. But it was arrived. Rod Gully, no much experience. He was difficult man manager. It was difficult to deal with players. So being in that situation, the frustration is to try to speak. Because I like asking to coaches, even you professional. I don't mind to asking what I need to do. I need to improve my game. I need to improve this. I need to improve that. So it was that's only to me the more difficult part of it. And after that, Gibbo, the football is You play in Africa, in Asia, in Europe.
Sure,
If
sure.
you're a good player, you can play anywhere.
Sure.
So I was just trying to think into adapting fast if you can, you know, the pace. It's true. You change because in South America, back in the day, we still building from the back, like you can see now, right now, with football. Everybody play for the keeper. You see.
That's
So
yeah.
but here, when I moved to here to England, I can see straight away she giving boom straight away to Alan or Big Duncan or
Yeah.
or Hudson. All right, this is rugby. No football, rugby.
Rugby.
So straight away you have to get the second ball around and get enjoy it. You know, have a chance. So you need to adapt them down. You know, I remember Stuart Pearce was in the team, angry man.
Yes.
Because you know fell out because.
Everybody.
Rod Gully, you know, Rod Gully was in treatment so well to them. It was John Barnes in here, Philip Albert,
Yes.
Stuart Pearce, Robert Lee, even Robert Lee, you know, legends, players with all the experience. Rod Gully started to leave out the team, even not doing practice matches. But sometimes we have to train with him. My Stuart Pearce, wow, his muscles, man, it's tight.
Yeah.
So,
Difficult
you know,
times.
the
Yeah.
ball coming to me. I say, okay, I get first. I only can hear from behind somebody say, Percy! Boom! Welcome.
Yes. Welcome
Are you
to.
okay, my friend? Okay.
Welcome to England. Welcome to England. But I mean, very quickly, as you say, you came, joined us, made your debut, etc. You got a change of manager, as you said, from Dalglish to Woodhull, and then you're into a cup final. 1999 cup final, our second one, your first one with us. Manchester United, who were going for the treble. When did they did the treble that season?
Always I'm saying it's a little bit a shame. Now, after so long, it's a great opportunity was for the club, especially when we knew it hasn't won any trophy. Get the opportunity. The way Ruud Gullit set the team, the way especially we have to play against very strong side, being dominated the league in the last 2-3 years. So it was too easy. I mean, I remember that match starting the left winger. Robert Lee played right winger. Was Gary Speed and Didi Hamann, the Germany guy.
The German guy, yeah.
So you can tell straight away Ruud just there's no experience enough, you know. We waste. So and Man United was flying that season.
Oh.
You know, Man United was very great team. So the score and it was quite shame to waste that opportunity. It was. I never realized how important was the FA Cup in this country.
Oh, massive.
You
Massive,
know,
yes.
even when we was in the semi-final.
The next year when you Chelsea.
all around, you know, I mean,
Oh.
it was unbelievable. So how serious was this competition? And after you see how crazy we waste that time to not win anything there.
But there was all sorts of stories going back to the cup final, Nobby, that Didi Hamann got into some sort of verbals with Woodhull. He came off, didn't he? Was it half time or 46 minutes? Or
Yeah,
he was substituted?
I remember because I'm supposed to come out. I remember half time.
Yes.
Ruud said to me, Nobby, you're out.
Oh, he said, you're going to be out.
Yeah, exactly. I was ready and taking all the stripes, everything. I went to the shower. He called me in the shower. No, you come back to the pitch. Because what happened is, Didi Hamann told to the physio, he put
I've got
me
an
out.
injury.
So, no, you have to come back to the pitch. I was really in the shower. I had to come back again. So it was crazy moment, crazy.
But
You can tell he's no experience for roads, you know.
yeah, I mean, was Didi injured, do you think? Or do you think
I'm still talking to
decided
him.
he was
I'm
injured?
still talking to him, but I don't know. I don't know exactly, but it's a shame. Like I'm saying, shame because it's a great opportunity. Not many people wish to be in the final, so it's a great opportunity to try to win anything for this club. So Ruud wasn't enough prepared the match to do that. You know, no experience at all.
I mean, Ruud Gullit was a sensational footballer. You may well have seen clips of him or whatever when he played in Serie A in Milan. Wonderful, wonderful footballer. But as a manager, I mean, he was crap, wasn't he?
Well, I would say, yeah, what happened to these superstars, it happened to Maradona. If you speak to people, Maradona was in charge. I remember I played qualified against Peru, against Argentina. Maradona was the head coach.
That's right.
And it's hard for these people, you know, the level they play football. As you see, well, you see many examples of many ex-footballers in that level, superstar. It's difficult to be managers, you know.
Well, Bobby John and Bobby Moore, neither of them
It's
made
hard.
it as managers.
Their ego is so high,
Yeah.
and they're expecting to use the same level like they did.
I think everybody's at there. Like.
Exactly. So that's the problem for Ruth. I remember straight away he's a difficult person to speak. Even who
Good
doesn't
Hollywood.
speak English exactly. I know he speaks Italian. It's pretty similar, slightly worse, some worse, but he was hard man to speak. He was quite a good coach. Don't get me wrong. He coaching so well, but manager was different. Even you imagine we was young players arriving in the club. See how he treated John Barnes, Stuart Pearce, Philippe Albert, and the way even one moment these people,
Rob Lee,
people like that.
just because he was friends with Shearer.
Exactly.
I mean, he told Shearer he couldn't play.
He was
Shearer said, "Well, I can just go 206
he was
goals." Right?
he was tough and difficult moments, but
he
called experience.
He judged everybody by the way he played, and he thought he looked down at other people as
that's why I'm saying I'm in this side now. I've been coaching, I've been doing this. You have to leave your career in the side. Forget about your great moments, and you need to put you thinking about your team or your players, because you don't pretend everybody cross the same way you cross it, or the same way you take a free kicks or things like that.
I mean, I know what Alan Shearer thought of you because you made so many of his goals from him, one touch, boom, and he would finish. And he ended up deservedly beating Ward Jackie's record and being the greatest goal scorer ever in Newcastle's history. But there was a time under Wood Hullett, the way things were going, that he could well have left if Wood had stayed, because Wood Hullett was at loggerheads with him, and he was taking out a lot of good players. Rob Lee was his best mate. He didn't even give Rob Lee his shirt number, I think.
He did, like I'm saying, he was quite difficult guy, difficult period. I tell you, I said to people, we have a pre-season match. After the match, he has a very, very bad argue with each other. Couldn't understand. Only could understand say, fuck off. sorry, lady. Sorry, the only could understand that words. And the rest is changed each other. And after we finished the match, I was the last one that went in the shower, and Ruth Willie joined. He tried to explain a little bit what I said. Ruth, everything okay? Oh no. He said, no, my problem, number nine, my problem. That's all they understood of him. So it's not really good relationship. It was quite difficult. I will always say, no experience at all. I believe it's no experience at all because Ruth, and after that, Sir Bobby Robson arrived.
I mean, I thought Wood Hullett had a wonderful way of writing his resignation when he put up the team sheet against Sunderland. And there was no Duncan Ferguson, there was no Alan Shearer. I mean, the bench was as good as the team. You looked on the bench sitting with him, and there was Shearer and there was Ferguson.
We was in shock. What's going on here? Big Duncan, Alan in the bench. It was very bad day. Rain.
And we lost.
We lost 2-1.
As a consequence, but Shearer always told the story where he went down the training ground the next day to have it out with him, and all. By the time he got there, he found that the manager's door was off its hinges because Big Duncan had beaten him too. I mean, bloody hell, no wonder I would resign like Wood Hullett did if I had Big Duncan coming for me. I'd say that's enough. Like I'm away back over to Amsterdam. We got to when I look back at your days with us, Nobby, and wonderful days, and you came back to us, and we'll get to that eventually. But when I think of the players we had initially, if the players we had with Bobby Robson, when you come back, and we had Kieran Dyer, and we had Gary Speed, and we had Shearer, and how on earth did we not win anything? I mean, it's a surprise. You know, we say we'll go back to 69 for a trophy, we'll go back to 55 for a domestic trophy. We didn't win anything, and yet, when you look at the personnel we had, now we should have been capable of winning something, shouldn't we?
We're always talking now, after many years, about the opportunity to carry on the relationship with Alan. You know, speaking sometime the other day we were thinking about, you know, what you say. But to be honest, it's not easy to blame. It's not correct to me to say, but we wasn't strong enough in the back four, defensively.
Defensively,
Was, I mean, we say with all respect, we know what you see compared with Manchester United. They always signing very good two centre backs. You know, it was
Well, when you signed a good centre back, it was you. You were the centre half. They never played you there. That was the trouble.
You will sack me in a week, especially back in the year. Everything long ball, how to push people.
We did have good players, didn't we?
I feel.
But they were forward
exactly.
players.
I mean, we very good attacking team, but I always say defensively, not only playing the back four. We in general we should be more engaged. As a tactical. I always say all the time, with all respect to Bobby Robson, I'm in that side now after doing coaching and things like that.
Yes.
I was quite big surprised here in England. Tactical don't working much.
No.
We used to just warm up, go into the field, crosses and finishing, drills, coaches and finish, gym, and that's all.
Yeah.
Never tactical. I'm quite surprised because Bobby, with all his big reputation, never strategic to say, okay, today we play Man United, we have to be more careful.
Yes.
Because you need to realize who you play against. With all respect, back in the years, Sheffield Wednesday, so Southampton, different teams. But when you play Arsenal or you play Manchester United, we should be a little bit more worried and set the team. So we just believe in what we can do, attacking, maybe like I heard about Kevin Keegan.
I was going to say.
Yeah, he's trying to face every man, but you need to be careful because you need to sometimes be honest.
If you thought we didn't have a good defence in those days, you should have played with Keegan. He had an overlapping goal.
Yeah.
Kevin Keegan. I mean, he was the original attacker. He was the original attacker. But you know, when I look back on the next season, we played Manchester United in the cup final, and then with Bobby when we made the semi-final against Chelsea. Once we equalised through Rob Lee, I actually thought we were going to go on and win it until Gus Poyet from Sunderland, or he was eventually from Sunderland. He's a Mackham. I knew he couldn't bloody trust him. He scored 2 against us, and then he's a manager of the Mackhams. He was your mate actually, wasn't he?
Yeah, I know Gustavo from Uruguay. He's a great guy, of course.
Yeah.
Even on the other side, but
With good player.
yeah, good player, good manager, good coach. He's doing so well now. He's a coach in Greece national team. He's quite close to qualify now to Europe, so doing quite well.
That's good. But did you feel in that match temporarily at 1-1 when Rob Lee got back in it, that you might go on to win it?
Yeah, we've been positive, you know. That's why we feel in the match. But like I'm saying, you know, sometimes you need. But it's too late to say that. But we need sometimes just be careful, you know, when you need to go for the match all the time. You know, you need to just a little bit more precaution. But it's a shame. It's a shame. Couldn't reach the situation to win.
I mean, the interesting thing as well, just thinking as you were talking, Nobby, it's been said of this current Newcastle side, which plays very much on the front foot, the Eddie Howe side, and we've got done very late on a few times attacking. Where Liverpool up here was a classic example when we were 1-0 up with 10 minutes to go, 11 men against 10, and their sub come on, scored 2 and we lost. And we went out of Europe very late on when we played AC Milan, and went out of the Champions League, the Europa League, and into nowhere. And really, we're a little bit naive defensively in those games, I think, today's side.
Well, I'm saying, what you say all the time, Newcastle is a team. You know, especially when you see the team, they're doing so well. You know, in part of the matches they do so well. Sometimes they need to realize you need to in football. Doesn't matter sometimes how much engine, how much physical you can be, but you cannot run 90 minutes at the same pace.
Yeah.
You need to rest with the ball. It's so important to you. It's the best example is Manchester City. The guys,
I was going to say, didn't we see it against City?
Rest with the ball, go about the side. When they see you a little bit sleeping, there's the guy, boom, going to kill you. That's what I will feel in Newcastle, maybe for the next step. Because Eddie doing some fantastic job. He do fantastic job.
Yeah.
So far, so good. But I will say you two guys, too honest, too nice. You need to start to pushing a little bit more in the pressure to feeling to start to win things.
Yes.
You know, because you now with the new owners, new people, they can move to the next step. You start to get players with all respect. You need to start to bring world-class players. I know it's difficult sometimes to get, but Eddie, the next step for Eddie is bringing some world-class players to, like Bruno, you know, on the same level like Bruno. I like a long staff. I like you just appearing for this boy, Miles. Great, look good, but he's not ready to.
Miley.
No, he's not ready to take care of.
He's having to play too many games because we haven't got any of the midfielders at the moment.
Exactly. But I will say the style. You love football here. I like this city because you like footballers, proper people make. You know, not just runners, not just high intensity players.
Can actually play.
Exactly.
Play with the ball.
So that will. I feel in Newcastle need to go to the next step to deal with players, because end of the day football is about not too much to run. It's about you just to make things happen.
But you say how patient we are, PN. We have waited a heck of a long time. It's 69 for anything, and it's 55 for domestic cup. And I got so excited last season when we finished fourth top. We made a Wembley final, and etc., etc. Having the only guy still working who was there in 1969 reporting on Newcastle when we won the first cup, and I thought, this is bloody wonderful, we'll be doing this every couple of years, like, you know. I'm still bloody waiting now, but I got so excited last year, I cancelled dying because I wanted to be around to see Newcastle win. So,
You look very well.
I've still cancelled it. We'll get the FA Cup this year. Don't you worry about it. We'll be there. Champions League, because that's what we've been, talking about this season. The current fans with Newcastle back in the Champions League. Your memories of the Champions League, Nobby?
It's a dream for any footballer, and you're asking any footballer in the world, apart from play for your country, apart from playing the World Cup. The next best competition for any footballer will be the Champions League. You know, you play against one of the best teams around the world. So I think it was fantastic. I mean, Newcastle probably could do better, slightly a little bit better, but that's called an experience. But when I saw the game against AC Milan, they in great position, and after they could deal a little bit better with that match, and because you're winning, especially at home, but it looked like no experience enough, Even from the bench, Eddie's first experience to win international competition. But it's great achievement for Newcastle. So far, what happened in the last 10 years, 12 years, everybody was disappointed with Underman actually. So far, with new people arriving to the club, so doing fantastic. So far, so good.
What's your memories of you playing in the Champions League?
Well, it's the best competition, because it's lovely to see your own fans traveling around the Europe. When you have to play, the atmosphere before 2 days before the match, as people arrive day before. It's fantastic, because it's the best thing you can give it to your fans. Getting to that competitions, because you start to people know how proud you are when you are in Italy, in Spain, Holland, whatever, around the world. So that's a privilege for everyone to play this competition.
Wasn't it when we played Juventus in Turin? Didn't you meet an extra special Newcastle fan when you were out there? Sting.
Oh yes, it was amazing. I saw this guy when I was 10 years old, 12 years old. My brother was big fans of the police band.
Oh, the police.
The police. The police.
I'm a big fan of the police.
So the police band I knew who was a superstar. So it was quite big shock and surprise when he came to the dressing room to say hi to everybody. It was an amazing day.
He spoke to you in Spanish as well.
It was a big surprise. like you said to me, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yes, well, I mean, I speak fluent Spanish and I speak English and I speak Geordie, so I mean, I'm multilingual, me. But talking about music and Sting and your brother being a fan, I mean, you're pretty good at blowing your own trumpet, aren't you? I mean, that's something you've done.
I don't think so,
well.
man. If you play, people want me to play the trumpet, I would struggle.
Salsa band, though, yeah?
Yeah, we have a sound. It's a little bit.
Do you still do at all? Not now?
Long time. People, because what happened with this, I do because I love as a hobby. So I met these old guys, professional guys around from Newcastle. You know, they're professional musicians.
Right.
So that was the moment when I tried to find, say, we need to do a little bit salsa. Salsa, you need to big band. So we start to just rehearsal, do a little bit.
You did some gigs, or
Yeah, we do. And it was a fantastic time. It's a little bit hobby, but in one point, you know, I love music. Don't get me wrong. I'm passionate for playing music. I was wishing to play the trumpet like, I don't know, Louis Armstrong, people like that.
Yeah.
That's why God gave me the bless to play football.
How did you start playing the trumpet? I mean, it's an unusual instrument.
I was lazy in the school. I like doing the school everything apart from study.
Well, yeah,
So,
I can understand that.
I like to be in the band, I like to be in the gymnastics team, I like to be basketball team, volleyball team, anything to not study. So always the music, like I'm saying, my house, my brothers love all the time. So I was quite curious to like the trumpet. I like the brass part, you know, like a saxophone.
I was going to say, saxophone was
Yeah.
your first thing, wasn't it?
Well, I would love to have a saxophone. Back in the year, it was difficult, my brother.
Yes.
To have a saxophone, my dad had to sell the car. Not taxi anymore. So.
Did you really start playing as a hobby, the trumpet, when you were at Boca Juniors? Was that when you...
No, I wasn't from the school. I
Oh,
was
was
already
right
in the
from
school.
school,
What happened is, of course, left the school, started to play football. When I moved to Argentina, when I was in Argentina, in Boca Juniors, that's when I saw, okay, it's plenty time, I was by myself, I said, I want to do something. So I bought my trumpet, a friend bought for me. He went to Miami, bought a trumpet, he brought me professional trumpet, and started to just rehearsal when I was in Boca Juniors. When I moved to England, that's the reason when I got neighbors next to me was little boys, they playing flutes, saxo, things like that. I just go and just knock the door and ask him if he can give me help with the introduction to any teacher, trumpet teacher.
Right.
And they give me the opportunity to get my trumpet teacher from here, from the Newcastle Symphonic.
Ah, well, there you
It
go.
was very good, very good guy.
Did you try to play with Gary Speed at Newcastle?
Well, Gary, God bless him,
Yes.
top man, great professional. He was amazing guy. I always was friend with him and whatever he is in there, it's a shame. But yeah, he loved to play the guitar. Well, we different.
Oh, you're
different
salsa
side.
and he's
I was
rock and roll.
exactly.
He was rock
He's
and roll.
Rolling Stone. I don't know.
Didn't quite work.
Exactly.
Like you're Louis Armstrong
Exactly.
and he's playing Elvis Presley or something.
Yeah, Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton.
Yes.
Exactly. But didn't you? Is it right that you used to play a little bit when you went to Villa after us and you played a bit with Dion Dublin? Was he on the sax?
Yeah, he
Dion
likes
Dublin?
saxo, yes.
Yeah.
I was rehearsing with him, he liked a saxo, and yeah, that was sometime we get together, I remember. Great guy, lovely guy, he's a typical number 9 English top
Oh,
guy.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm trying, to be honest, my friend, but like I said to you, God give you one bless.
Yeah. Well,
Just play football.
that should do for you.
Exactly,
That should
my
do
friend.
for you. Can you remember Dion Dublin when he played against us when he was behind Shea Gibbon?
Gibbon. Yeah.
Shea Gibbon come and kick the ball, scored a goal. I mean, Shea Gibbon was the only Irishman that didn't know where Dublin was, wasn't he? I mean,
Yes, what's your name? You need for the new glasses. How you miss Dion Dublin?
but, dear. Right, yes. Favourite goals. Now, everybody will always come up to me and say, oh, well, the goal I like Nobby scoring was this one against Arsenal or that one. I read somewhere, was it Munich 1860 you said was one of your, if not your favourite goal that you scored for us?
Yeah, I like the way I'm a scorer is, well, that competition wasn't much interesting back in the years, Intertoto Cup. And, but I remember Gary Speed played to me the ball and just running from the midfielder and just go through and score. That's why I really enjoyed the goal very much.
But, I mean, this is not one of your favourite goals, obviously, because a penalty isn't going to be one of your favourite goals. But an important goal, you scored the penalty winner at Sunderland in 2003.
Also, Tyne, it's very enjoyable to score against Sunderland. I know how much you please people, especially in this town. So.
Beat the Buckers, beat the Buckers.
I presume that Alan Shearer must have been injured or something, because he wouldn't let you take a bloody penalty if he was on the field.
Yeah, I was quite lucky because he left the pitch after.
Was he was injured?
Well, he said, I don't know. I don't know if you feel the pressure. But I had to take that big responsibility. I was the same, but finally put in the net.
Were you happy enough with penalties? I mean, you were good at set pieces in terms of free kicks. So.
Penalties always is look easy because but it's the moment to. I remember I miss in Newcastle. I would say once or twice maybe. People will have better memory. We played Wigan away. I don't know if it was Cup or so. I don't know. Wigan was in the top division and the keeper saved because I changed my mind. But normally all the time just make decision. I put in the corner, whatever the keeper fly, whatever they can catch. Oh, I changed my mind and the keeper saved.
And they saved it. Yeah. What I'm trying to recollect somewhere in my head, a free kick that you took when you dummied the ball and then rolled it to Shearer.
Oh, it was. You see how close it was to the goal, and all the whole wall was in the line of the goalie. Yes, I said to Alan, listen, Alan, the first one I won't pretend to play. I won't. But I don't go for that, because the wall will come out. So when they come back, now I play the ball to you and you smash it. That's always the deal. The range with Alan.
So you only got the bloody record because you were clever enough on the free kick.
Well, there's too many people in the wall.
Yes. I mean, I'm thinking about when, and as I say, you came back to us later, but when you left us the first time and went to Aston Villa, you weren't really looking to leave Newcastle, were you? At the time, I mean.
Never, because I will always be comfortable in here. I will always love the club, always like it to be here. What happened is, I feel that's the season when I feel a little bit, I'm saying, disappointing with Bobby, not speak much to me about it. What happened is, because that season, everybody will remember, I'm a score against Partizan when we play away.
Yes.
Was for the first time to be in the Champions League again. And week after we play Leeds away, and never get involved into the match. Because Bobby said, no, we need to have a little rest, blah, blah, blah. He only rested me. I said, Bobby, it's only 11 players in here. He only rest me. I know only you get tired, because a lot of people get tired too. So, well, it started the season. It's a shame, I got injury. We didn't play the second round game at home. We lost through penalties.
Yes.
And we still out the competition. So started the season in September, and after October, November was the same situation, not playing much. I was really disappointed when we played Middlesbrough away. I was in the team. We had to be all together in the hotel. And after Bobby put the team sheet and the soups, I wasn't even in the soups. That was for me that moment.
That was broke the camel's back, yeah.
So yes, what I did is I never will conform. I mean, will fight with somebody. I have a lot of respect, and they say, Bobby, listen, I will speak to my agent. We go somewhere else to play. I'm only 28. I'm feeling I can still do things for the team, whatever. But if you change your mind. Even Lee Boyer was in winger. Lee Boyer like to play in the middle, blah blah blah. So Nobby, don't worry, son. It's a lot of games to go. A lot of games, bloody December now. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
So yes, my agent have the opportunity to speak to David O'Leary. David O'Leary was agree and just move. Bobby in the last day, Nobby, what you doing? I'm going to play football, boss. Oh no, blah blah blah. Well, I was already in my head. Honestly, it was difficult to leave because after being so long, things like that. But I want to play football.
Sure.
I'm not can't sit in here watching or not being involved. So yeah, I moved to Aston Villa. I was having a good time over there.
You ended up Player of the Year in Aston Villa, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm really. But like I'm saying all the time, I've been missing so much to be here, things like that. That's the reason. It's a fantastic club. I was so pleased with David O'Leary giving me the opportunity. But always want to be back. I always want to be back. I remember Steve Harper, O'Shea, Alan text me, no, we need to come back. I remember when I was playing for Aston Villa, we beat Newcastle 4-2. The player.
There's no need to bring that up. Oh, God.
It wasn't the best day, but I remember after that game, that's when Bobby gets sacked. I believe so. After they get sacked. Shame what happened to him. But always I would say, and unfortunately we catch Bobby probably a little bit older.
Yes.
If we catch Bobby a little bit younger, I don't know. I will say we have a great time.
I always thought that if he'd come immediately after Kevin Keegan,
absolutely. Gibbo, you're right on.
We would have taken off.
I believe that was the change.
But we fell all the way down the pecking order. By the time Bobby come, he was that much older. He was having to fight a relegation battle to keep us in. If he had followed, and John Hall was out speaking to Bobby to take over from Keegan, but unfortunately Douglas Hall and Freddie Shep were talking to Dalglish, and when Bobby heard that, you've got a split board before you actually come, so he didn't come, and he did come eventually, and that was his dream, but it was a little bit too late. We might have been a different club today if one had followed the other. We could have been up there right 100%. From the start. But we'll get on to you returning to Newcastle in the second half, Nobby, but just wondering the comparisons, and I'm not in any way trying to compare Maradona with Shearer or Shearer with Maradona, because they were so different types of players to each other. I mean, Shearer was the out-and-out finisher. Maradona was everything. He was the midfielder, the striker, the ball player, the creator, the scorer. He was on a planet of his own. But I mean, you look back at what Shearer's phenomenal career with Newcastle, and not just with Newcastle. I mean, as England skipper and all his England games, Euro '96 when he was superb. What do you look back on with Shearer and remember? Apart from the fact that you found it very easy to find his head when you crossed the ball, but what's your memories of playing with him?
No, I mean, another privilege to play with one of the biggest English players back in the years, I mean, I played with very many great strikers, but he was the guy, sometimes easier to play because he's a guy is with the move, he's a guy you can give you the ball in the chest, he can hold it for you the ball. He's a guy, just make a move, he can head the ball anywhere he wants. So it was, I mean, a fantastic number 9. It was fantastic number 9. You don't need to have a pace. You don't need to, you need to be in the box. He always said, I'm dreaming with him all the time. Even I'm not retired, still dreaming of him. Yes. Even I'm going to get the ball, Nobby, every bloody day.
Oh, get it.
So, it's worse than you misses. So asking for cash, So he all the time said, you just get the ball and just whip in. I will be there. So he was great captain, great professional. He's all the time. He loved this club, loved this city. So he is the guy who always makes sure everybody need to love this club. He all the time mentions so much good things about the city.
But I mean, you realised at the time, and not just with hindsight, what a quality player he was.
Oh, unbelievable, yeah. Power, he can strike the ball. You see, fantastic goals. You see his goals, it's only just put in the net. You have to whip in, you have to smash in. Even free kicks, you have to move the ball. He got fantastic technique. He was Very, very good player. To be honest, I was very lucky. And so easy. When you play against, and you play in the team around good players, it's make it easier.
Yeah.
Make it so easy.
But I mean, he always said that having you in the side, every great goal scorer needs somebody that fashions the bullets and he fires them. You know, I mean, with Superman, it used to be Terry Ebbett that made them for Superman. You were doing the same thing for, it's partnerships really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like all over the field.
He still cannot pay for me a beer. It's a Thai bastard.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a short break. Put your hands together. Nobby Solano. Thank you.
Right, okay, we're going to draw the raffle and then we're going to have one more raffle before the end of the night. Your first prize in this raffle was for the signed Nobby Solano picture, and we've got a second one which is going to be in the second raffle. £2 a strip, 3 for a £5. So John's going to come round now. £2 a strip, 3 for a £5. So let's pull the first one out, John. See who's won the first. That way we'll get a fair draw. So the winner of the first signed pick is 456 to 460. 456 to 460. But don't worry, we've got a few other prizes. Yeah, do you want to come forward? Well done, give her a round of applause. 456 to 460 is the winning prize. We've got a selection of things here as well, but there you go. Have that ticket. Thank you very much. Great stuff. Okay, the next prize, 256 to 260. 256 to 260. John, do you want to pick one up?
256.
Yep, 256 to 260. And the third prize, 406 to 410.
Yes!
One of them, mate. One of them. Well, it'll be the next draw now, mate. One of these. Whichever you want, mate. That's a good book, that actually. It tells you all the pubs that you need to go to when you're That's ideal. Okay, £2 a strip, 3 for a £5, and the next raffle's going round, and we'll draw that at the end of the night.